On this episode of Bass to Billfish, Peter Miller invites NFL player Jarret Johnson from the San Diego Chargers down to Miami, Florida for some nighttime tarpon fishing off of South Beach.
Oh, nice! Coming in the boat!
They'll be looking for linebacker-sized tarpon to satellite tag for research.
Congratulations, man!
Woo! Then they'll head out to the crystal clear flats off Key Biscayne with hopes of putting Jarrett on his first ever bonefish. Florida, the fishing capital of the world.
Oh, yes!
With incredible fishing around every corner.
Yes, said it!
This is truly an angler's paradise. Join Peter Miller as he travels the state in search of big fish and shares his adventures with guests from around the globe.
Oh my God!
From freshwater to saltwater, ocean to Everglades.
Oh, yeah!
Join him for a fishing experience like no other.
Yeah!
This is Florida's Bass to Billfish with Peter Miller, presented by Yellowfin and by Visit Florida.
About a year ago, I did an episode up in Destin, Florida with an NFL player named Jarret Johnson from the San Diego Chargers. He's grown up on the water. He's been around the water his entire life. He's caught tons of fish.
Coming at you, Mike! Coming at you, Mike!
I come from a family of commercial fishermen. I grew up with it, in my blood.
And he said, Peter, if I ever get a chance to fish with you when my season ends, I'd love to come down to Miami and go fishing with you.
One of the first people I called when the season's over was Peter Miller, asking him, what's up, what are we doing?
And I said, come on down, Jarrett. I have an idea of who to go with, where to go, and what we can catch. And he said, Peter, I'll be on the next plane out of there. The only problem was we were in a bit of a polar vortex.
Yeah, it was the trip that couldn't get started.
Flight canceled after cancellation after cancellation.
Ended up having to drive to Atlanta to get down, but I wasn't going to miss the opportunity to come down and fish with Peter and be on Bass to Billfish.
So I said, all right, but I gotta go fishing. I gotta start my day because in case you get canceled, I can't miss out on fishing with these guys. So finally, it's the day of fishing. I can't turn back now. I got Russell Kleppinger, I've got Dr. Jerry Ault already at the docks.
Thanks so much, man. I'm excited to give this a whirl. The doctor's here.
Dr. Jerry Ault is the director of the Rosenstiel School of Marine and Atmospheric Science. So I'm going out with these guys that really, really know what they're doing. I'm thinking I'm gonna learn a lot and get a chance to brush up on my skills. We're gonna satellite tag, hopefully, a big tarpon, but I'm a little kid at heart. I see jacks cruising around the canal. I gotta throw a bait to them.
I got my aerial spotter. You see any jacks around?
I threw a live pilchard out. Jack comes up, eats it, lock up the drag, bring this fish up to the boat, dehook him, throw him back. I got the stink off the boat before we even started fishing.
Thanks, Russell. Good job, man.
Good job, Pete.
Good job.
I knew there was one in there.
That was perfect.
We're finally heading out on my 24 yellowfin, and Russell's got a spot that he fishes occasionally.
The drag he's setting right now, that's set to hate.
And they actually use relatively heavy tackle because they want the fish to come to the boat as quickly as possible so they can subdue the fish, tag it, and let it go, and it's not really worn out. In this particular spot, we actually used a 4-ounce pyramid sinker to keep the bait away from the pelicans, because when you cast this bait out, second it hits the water, the pelicans are dive bombing on it. But because we had a 4-ounce pyramid sinker, got it right down to the bottom perfectly, just out of the reach of the pelicans.
So if I hear this, it's on, huh?
You should hear that. You should immediately hear some water frothing and stuff flying through the air beside you.
They're gonna come up and they're gonna launch.
While we were setting up our baits, Dr. Jerry felt very confident that we were going to catch fish.
Well, I'm going to be very optimistic and get a tag ready. How's that?
That's the way you do it, Jerry. I like the optimism.
He pulls out this $5,000 tag. He's that confident that we're going to catch a tarpon.
Well, the cool thing about these tags are that you never have to see the fish again. There's an Argos satellite network overhead.
Okay.
It captures the information, and then like ET phoning home, I get an email.
Right.
It says, here I am.
Wow.
Here's the position, all the information you need. So
Dr. Jerry filled me in on a ton of things, even the algorithm that he developed to determine the size of the tarpon by measuring their length times their girth.
And you can know the weight of the animal with less than 1% error across the entire size range.
So for a guy like me, Jerry, the guy that always overestimates, you're gonna shut me down.
This is the end of lying as we know it.
Every fish I see is like at least 20 pounds heavier.
Oh yeah, of course.
Now we're waiting patiently for the bite.
Get ready for the jump. Coming up, come on baby, that's him for sure.
Steady, ripping drag, powerful.
That's him, that's him. Let's go get him.
And we immediately had to throw the anchor ball over and go chase his fish because we were going to lose all of our line.
Hit max drag, try to turn him.
I could not get over the power of this fish and the amount of heat on the reel. Is this fish going to stay on?
A little bit of drama there, boys.
This fish is digging super hard. Just as I gain line on him, he'd go back down, go towards the boat.
Bury under the trolling motor, go around under the trolling motor. Good job.
Nice, nice.
Whew, look at him in the water.
You had the leader on him there, didn't you?
Yeah, we got him, it's a catch.
Nice.
Feeling the burn yet, Peter?
I'm feeling pretty good, I could do a couple more.
Oh!
It had to be over 100 pounds. That's the prerequisite for satellite tagging a fish. He took the measurements on it. He determined that the fish was over 100 pounds. What they do is they pull a scale out of the back of the fish and they ready the satellite tag. They put it right in that open flesh.
I'm holding it steady, pop it. There you go. Tailor
Holy
off.
cow, guys.
Take the tailor off.
We just tagged a 110-pound tarpon on an episode of Bass to Billfish. What a cool experience.
Way to go, man.
And then he told me I could name it anything I wanted.
We're gonna name it B2B.
B2B.
And we'll track this fish for the next 3 to 6 months to a year, who knows?
Well, thanks guys for letting me catch a fish on my fishing show, Bass to Billfish.
Awesome, dude.
Coming up next on Bass to Billfish.
I'm ready to fish, man. He's back, he's back, he's back. He's over here, over here, over here.
Oh yeah, we're on.
Tag is in.
Congratulations, man.
Woo!
Bass to Billfish with Peter Miller is brought to you by Visit Florida. Your Florida side is calling. Go to visitflorida.com. Pet Boys does everything for less. Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Ray Marine, world leaders in marine electronics. Peter Miller gets the word that his good friend and NFL player Jarret Johnson has finally arrived in Miami after traveling for over 24 hours due to massive delays caused by the polar vortex.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. We got
Catch a ride? I went from off the plane to a taxi ride to a train.
Man, you finally made it, huh?
Oh my God. To another taxi ride, stepping right off from the dock onto the boat.
He looks fine. He doesn't look tired. He looks amped up because he loves fishing.
I'm ready to fish, man. Been in the NFL now for 11 years. This is my other passion. This is what keeps my sanity. This is what is my stress relief.
Oh, we got a sandwich delivery right here.
Guy hasn't eaten in 15 hours and he mows his burger down and he's ready to go. Captain Russell Kleppinger explained to Jarrett and I as to what we were going to be doing while fishing for the tarpon off the coast of Miami Beach.
We're gonna have baits behind us that'll approach a school, and as we're in them, we're gonna cast at the fish. So we may hook up on our spinners casting at them, and then if they slip behind us or around us, then the rods behind us may get bit. Every fish that you catch, when you put the heat on him, and he dumps off 200 yards, you're like, seriously? I'm in full drag. He just did that.
Yeah.
30 minutes into the fight.
Yeah.
This is a forceful, powerful fish.
Yeah, man.
And that's just what I love about them, you know? They got heart.
We put the baits out off Miami Beach and within minutes we're hooked up.
He's back, he's back, he's back. He's over here, over here, over here.
Oh yeah, we're on.
Turn the lights on, guys, turn the lights on.
Nice tarpon.
Big fish.
Jarrett is doing a phenomenal job. This fish that he's got on launches, and it's probably 100+ pound fish. And you know what you're supposed to do when that fish jumps? Woo! Bow to the Silver King.
It is not a subtle bite at all. You know, they hit it like a freight train, and there's really not a whole lot to do but just hold on.
Oh, yeah! Did you just see Jarret batter the Silver King? Did anybody else see that? I did.
I saw that.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I thought, wow, we got ourselves the real deal here. He's an angler, man. This guy knows what he's doing.
You guys can kind of roll over and use their weight and grind on you a little bit and make your back hurt. It was pretty impressive how much heart those fish have. I have a new respect for tarpon. I'm at the leader.
We got him on the leader right here.
Here he is, right here. Right in front of us.
Well, look at that, Jarret. You traveled 24 hours to get here and you fished for 5 minutes and you got a 100-pound tarpon on.
Pretty cool, huh?
That's awesome.
I'm calling it 24. I know it wasn't, but sounds good. Congratulations, man.
Woo!
They took the measurement on it and he said, you know what, this fish is 110 pounds. Let's put a satellite tag. And I thought, holy cow.
Tag is in.
What do you think, Jarret? What do you want to call it?
Very nice. My daughter, Molly Caroline.
Molly
Nice.
Caroline, huh?
Yeah, Molly Caroline.
That's awesome.
To catch one, tag it, and then name it after my daughter, that I'll know that he's going to be following and research and kind of, you know, icing on the cake.
All wet.
Dude, congrats.
Very cool, man.
Congrats, man.
In football terms, we had a completion and a touchdown. But guess what? We hooked up with another fish and it was my turn.
I'm on.
There we go.
I'm on the bow of the boat, hooked up with this fish. I look and I'm thinking, holy cow, I think it's another 100-pound plus fish. I am getting a workout, I'm sweating, I'm grimacing, I'm giving it everything I got. I want my boys to be proud. I got Jarret watching me. I don't want him to think I'm a wimp.
You sweating yet?
Not yet, not yet.
So I'm giving it everything I got, and this fish will not stop digging.
There he goes.
Jumping. You can pull his head up and he just digs right back down.
Yeah.
Every time I get it close, it changes directions.
Going left.
Do you see that? He almost pulled me down.
Working, working.
I heard a little whimpering from the bow, so I think that tarpon was hurting Peter a little bit.
Come on, Pete, keep the dream alive.
We got the leader probably 10 to 12 times, but we were gonna put another tag in it.
You got another tag ready, Doc?
I'm ready to roll.
So I'm fighting, and finally, after about 45 minutes,
Here he is.
Whoa!
That's okay, that's okay.
Got the leader on.
Thank God that happened.
the leader broke. Thank God.
Good fight.
Good job,
Here,
man.
Let me take this. Take a leader, I don't know.
That's all I have to say. I was so happy when the leader broke. I couldn't hold on anymore. I was wiped out.
I'm exhausted.
Coming up next on Bass to Billfish, the bite heats up for Peter and Jarret. The tarpon are practically jumping in the boat.
Coming in the boat.
They'll meet up with Captain Joe Gonzalez on the flats off of Key Biscayne, looking to put Jarret on his first ever bonefish. Bass to Billfish with Peter Miller is brought to you by Yeti Coolers, wildly stronger, keep ice longer. Mercury, #1 on the water. Yellowfin, choice of champions. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. Closed captioning for Bass to Billfish has been provided by fishingcapital.com. Peter Miller and Jarret Johnson have each landed 100+ pound tarpon fishing off of Miami Beach, but they're not ready to call it quits just yet.
That is just unbelievable that you can cast this bait out in the middle of nowhere
Yep. Well,
and then get a 100-pound fish on a spinner in the dark.
Some amazing senses.
Coming in the boat.
This fish almost comes in the boat. It's like on its side, coming at us, out of the water.
You know, tarpon are notorious for jumping, but this guy was coming straight towards the boat. There he goes.
Point, point.
Oh,
Nice. Hey, he's a jumper.
He is quite the leaper. Oh, nice. Anybody catch that?
It wasn't as big, but it was still 60, 70 pounds.
Congratulations, Jarret, on your second tarpon of the night, baby. That's awesome. This is the way to do it. This is a storybook ending. You suffered the trials and tribulations of the polar vortex to come down here and catch tarpon.
Yeah.
Nice
There
fish.
you go, Pete.
There you go.
It was just a perfect day. You know, tarpon during the day, the daylight hours, you know, multiple tarpon at night.
Very cool.
Good job, good job.
That was awesome.
2 tag tarpon with satellite tags. It was the perfect way to end the day. The idea to get Jarrett on a bonefish was really cool because he's never caught one before. So I figured we got to go out with Captain Joe Gonzalez and put him on a bonefish.
Good morning, JoJo. Are you ready to make some flats magic?
Absolutely.
So beautiful morning, the light was perfect.
We're the 3 best friends that anyone could have.
The 3 best friends.
And we had a great ride out through Biscayne Bay, past Key Biscayne, through Stiltsville, beautiful stilt homes. The water was nice, the water was calm.
Wow, look at this beautiful water.
My boat sits in 6 inches of water with a 60 mercury on the back. It's a 17 yellowfin. You can get in some real skinny water, and that's what we were doing. We were poling the flats looking for bonefish.
Bonefishing is new to me, and was not real sure of what was going on, and we actually had the opportunity to get a little practice. Ran into a pair of bonnethead.
We saw a couple of bonnethead sharks coming our way, and Jarrett cast his shrimp over to him.
There he goes.
I threw a crab.
Got him. Double header.
Double header.
It was a great way to warm up and catch these little sharks.
That's how we do it. These guys show up and they make, for a kind of fun day. They hang out with a bonefish.
Joe doesn't care about catching sharks, but for us, we're like little kids. We want to catch whatever we see. Joe hates that.
And they're actually stripping line, and it was a lot of fun.
Double bonnethead shark for the team B2B.
Coming up next on Bass to Billfish, Captain Joe Gonzalez spots a school of bonefish and puts Peter and NFL linebacker Jarrett in position to make a winning cast.
Soldiers Island, they're sliding right in there. Go ahead, 75 feet.
But it will be up to them to score.
Got him on.
Bass to Billfish with Peter Miller is brought to you by Salt Life. Live life unanchored. FWC. There's only one season in Florida. Fishing season. Motor Guide. Engineered for anglers. Costa. See what's out there. Peter Miller and Jarret Johnson are stocking bonefish on the shallow flats of Biscayne Bay. After warming up with a pair of bonnethead sharks, they are now ready for the real deal. Bonefish.
We run into some bonefish. They're coming towards us.
Soldiers Island, they're sliding right. Reel in.
Joe tells us, one at 2 o'clock, one at 12 o'clock.
Right in there. Go ahead, 75 feet.
Jarrett throws a cast a little behind.
Let it sit. Let that one sit. See them swimming behind your bait?
I throw one right on their heads.
A little too close, bud. You know what I mean, Miller? Just a tad too close, dude. Just a tad too close, bud.
We were having a couple moments like that. Then Jarrett would have a perfect cast, and I'd have an errant cast. Then finally, our time came.
Got him on.
He reels down tight, pulls up, and the drag is just screaming.
So that's a run, right?
Heck yeah.
He ain't done yet.
That was awesome.
He just beams, looks at me, he's like, yeah.
Nice job.
And the fish is on, rip and drag. He cannot get over the power of this fish.
Yeah, the bonefish came in and was able to make a good cast and got hooked up. And he made a run, kind of parallel with me, so he wasn't stripping a lot of line. I was just trying to keep up with him.
The amount of force that these fish can exert and can just give out is remarkable.
Good stuff, right?
Dude, they're brutal, man. Jeez. I thought he was done. I thought just that one initial run and he was going to be over. And he ends up turning and making about a 100-yard run straight away from me. So it was amazing that just when you think you got him wore out, he still had juice in the tank.
Do it nice and slow. Very good. Very good.
This is your first
Good
one.
Dude,
work,
that was
buddy.
awesome.
Good work.
Congrats,
Bro,
very
first
cool.
bonefish?
Yeah, first
There you
one.
go.
Awesome.
Very cool.
That is awesome. Oh, I'll get this hook out.
That's awesome.
Very good.
Dude, I'm fired
Very
up,
good,
man.
Jarret.
I can see why this is addictive.
You did it, man. Put us on the fish.
Jarret, that was very good.
man,
Man.
that was
Right
awesome.
on.
Yeah,
Great
that was
cast,
worth it.
bud.
That's what I'm
Good
talking about, bro.
Yeah, bud.
First time bonefish,
First
huh?
time, yeah.
Good deal.
Unbelievable, unbelievable catch.
What an incredible way to cap off his travel adventures. We got him his tarpon. He tagged the tarpon with a satellite tag. He named it after his daughter. Then he goes out bone fishing, never caught a bonefish.
It's a trip of a lifetime. It's something that fishermen only dream about, and yet I get the opportunity to do it.
We had great people surrounding us, very experienced, talented guides. We did something for conservation. We learned so much, and overall we had a great time. And we satisfied our desire for being in the outdoors and catching fish and having a good time. And that's really what it's all about. Getting outside, experiencing what life has to offer in Florida, the fishing capital of the world.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you'd like to see more photos, videos, unseen footage, and to interact with us, please check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And also you can check us out on my blog at Bass to Billfish with Peter Miller. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you out on the water.